Hey guys, just thought we'd reach out to you and give you a few ideas of things you can do for drill and skill in basketball this month, since getting together for practices might not be the easiest thing to do. Every summer here in Monticello we challenge our youth players to shoot 10,000 shots, and this workout today counts for 200 shots. So we even do some ball handling in this that if you actually count the shots, it's not totally 200, but we give you credit for doing some of the ball handling too. Hopefully you go through this. You can probably get this done in a half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe a little bit more, but if you break it up, take some breaks, come back, pick up the video, you know, it's a good day's workout. So I got my 3 helpers here with me this morning, and they're going to help me demonstrate as I explain the things that you should be doing. Alright, so let's get to work. Alright, so but doing these drills that I'm going to share with you today, it's great if you've got somebody that can help you or shoot with you, but they'll all work also if you just want to go out on your own. Before we do anything, we like to start with warm-up, and that is just going right to the front of the rim and working on follow through, working on form shots. The goal here is every shot you end up on your toes, your follow through snaps your wrist down, and you try to swish every shot, nothing but net on the shot. So real focus on form here. And you're going to go out and do 10 warm-up shots. Now these girls are only doing about 3 each, just so they each get a turn. You know how it is. Everybody always wants to have a turn. So they're demonstrating here for you. Okay. Up on your toes, hold your follow through till the ball hits the floor. That's a good one. Good. Alright. Alright, so after you've done 10 warm-up shots, we're going to start with our dribble drive actions today. We like to do a lot of work from the spot we call the slot. And the slot is where the line, the free throw line, lane line, comes up beneath the three-point line. Right here, just off of center from the top of the key. So we're going to start in the left-hand slot. And we're going to just start with a simple dribble drive jump stop for a layup. Now, if you're big enough and strong enough, Heidi, go ahead. Start up there in a triple threat. Start with the ball in your right pocket, rip to your left hand. If you're big enough and strong enough, you'll jump stop, and you'll shoot with your left hand. Now, if you're not quite comfortable doing that yet, that's fine. Triple threat, rip and go, left-handed, jump stop. You can shoot with your strong hand, that's fine, but we're going to work on using the backboard. Working on starting a triple threat, a good rip, and a great jump stop under control. So Heidi, get up there in the slot first. Triple threat, rip right to left, jump stop, good left. Okay, you're going to do this. You're going to do 10 shots of these, okay? Then you're going to move yourself to the right-hand side and do the same thing. So go to the right-hand slot. Start with the ball on your left hip, rip through to the right-hand side, jump stop, and score. Use the backboard. Yeah, there you go. Working on good jump stops, low dribble, going quick. Push yourself to try to get there in 2 dribbles. Start in a good triple threat, and then jump nice and high after you get under control. Looking at the rim as you're driving. Okay, good. Alright, so you'll do 10 there. So far we're up to 30 shots. 10 right in the front of the rim warm-up shots, 10 left-hand drives, 10 right-hand drives. We're going to come back to the left-hand side, and we're going to go to the slot on the left-hand side, and this time we're going to pull up mid-range. So I'm talking about 8 feet. And if you need to have a gauge, free throw line is 15 feet. So as Molly pulls up somewhere there on the left-hand side, it's going to be about somewhere in the neighborhood of the 3rd tick up, about that distance extended anywhere on the left-hand side to the middle. Okay, so you're going to start the same thing, triple threat, rip to your left, jump, stop, pull up, shot. Okay, triple threat, rip through to your left, jump stop, pull up, shot. Triple threat, rip to your left, jump stop, pull up, shot. Good. And you'll do 10 of these. Okay, so after you've done 10 of these, then you're going to come to the right-hand side, do the same thing. Rip to the right, pull up, mid-range. Good, under control, nice low dribble. Eyes up as you're dribbling. There you go, got it in there with one dribble, good. Make sure we're ripping nice and low. One more, Annie, you're going to do 10 on this side. Left hip to right hand, there you go. Good, alright, now we're going to come back to the left side again. Alright, this time on the left, we're going to have you work all the way to the baseline. So go all the way to the far left-hand corner. Now you may not have a three-point line on your ground, and that's fine, but you find the spaces on your court that work for you. And I'm going to bring you up just a little bit, Molly, away from the baseline, so you got room to drive baseline. Okay, so start behind the three-point line. There you go. Start in triple threat. You're going to rip right to left, and then pull up mid-range for a baseline jumper. Go ahead. That's it. Good. You guys will do 10 of these, too. So you notice a pattern. Every time we do a shot, oh, Heidi, we got to rip that left hand, though, right? Start in triple threat, rip to the left hand. Okay, give her one more time each there. Triple threat, there you go, rip left. Good, that's better. Good, and same thing, Annie, okay? Alright, now we're going to move to the right-hand side, do the same thing, alright? Rip to the right, pull up mid-range, okay? Working on jump stopping under control, transitioning from that dribble to a shot, getting yourself under a good balance, okay? How do you get low? There you go. Start low, rip hard, there you go, that's it. Good, that's a better athletic move. Okay, and we do 10 here too. Oh, Annie ripped to her left, that's okay, sometimes that'll happen on the baseline. Alright, so we did 10 on the left-hand baseline, 10 on the right-hand baseline. So if you count your shots, we were up to, I think, 70 shots at this point. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 60 plus the front rim, yeah, that makes 70. Okay, so now we'll take a little break from all that, and you each can shoot 10 free throws. When you're shooting your free throws, at this point, you're just working on good form. You know, depending on how old you are, if you're jumping, if you're 5th grade, going into 5th grade on down, if you jump over the line as you're shooting, that's okay. But get up, get it set there. Think about what you're going to have for a routine. Try to follow the same routine every time. Try to follow good follow through and technique. Take your time, don't rush them, okay? It's a chance to kind of cool down and shoot when you're maybe a little tired after you've done a bunch of dribbling. So you'll shoot 10 free throws, okay? Alright, so, alright, now we have a little shooting game. This one does work best with a partner, and if you don't have a partner, you can certainly do it yourself. It'll just go faster if you have a partner. So we're going to have, we'll use, for you guys, you can use 2 basketballs, okay, and put one down. If you're by yourself, just use 1 ball, okay. Molly, you'll be our shooter and you can demonstrate this, okay. Alright, so give the balls to the other 2 kids. And then Molly's going to go pick a spot about 15 feet away from the hoop, okay, right there. And then there's going to be, you 2 are going to have to stand underneath the basket because you're going to be rebounders. And there's going to be, imagine a 15-foot arc, so about a free throw distance arc that travels all the way around the hoop. She's going to work her way back and forth. And all she's going to do is catch and shoot. Okay? Now, her job is just to catch and shoot. In this case, we'll have our rebounders do the counting. Annie, you count how many shots she shoots. Okay? We'll have her shoot 30 shots. 30 shots total from this distance. Heidi, the game in this is to score as high a score as you can get. And the way you score points is if you make the shot, it's worth 1, but if you miss the shot, it's worth -1. So if you do the math on that, if you make at least 15 shots, you should come out at 0, and if you make more than 15 shots, you should come out ahead of ahead of 15 or ahead of 0, right, with a positive score. And we're looking for positive scores on this. That's your goal. Get as high a score as you can get. All right. So both of you, you're not standing right underneath the basket. Get out on the court because you're gonna have to be ready. Get out on the court so you're ready to rebound, catch the balls. Heidi, you'll be the passer. Annie, you chase down any loose balls, get them to Heidi so she can pass to Molly. Okay. You can give her, so as soon as Heidi gets rid of that ball, you can give her the second ball and she can be ready to go. That way we can get more shots up quick. We're going to shoot until she shoots 30 shots, okay? All right, go ahead. So -1. -2. -3. -4. -3. -2, Annie?
29.
Okay, last one. Get to -1 here. Good shot, -1. Good round. All right, so then that's 30 shots for you. Add to your count there. Now here we would switch and we'd let Heidi do it and rebound for her for 30 shots and let Annie do it and rebound for her. But we're going to fast forward the video and just assume that they've done that. So you know how that game works. We call that buddy shooting. Not because you do it with a buddy, but because a guy, we stole that drill from a guy named Buddy Hield. If you follow NBA basketball at all, he's quite a shooter, plays in the NBA, and he'd go in the gym. He wouldn't do it to 30 though. He'd just go in the gym for an hour and see how high a score he could get. It would go and go and go, and so you know, he'd get up into the positive 150s, numbers like that, which means he made 150 shots more than he missed. And he'd just go until he was exhausted. So we like that drill. We like to put a time on it and challenge you to a high score out of 30 or whatever the time is. So good job. All right, I want to take a little time and do some ball handling too. And so today we're going to do some stationary ball handling. And the way we count this is just count 20 dribbles of each of these different types of moves. Stationary means just we're going to stay in one spot and dribble 2 balls at a time. And these girls will do their best to demonstrate. Now, on dribbling and any of this stuff, if you don't do it perfect or you make a mistake, that is completely fine, right? Mistakes happen. That's how you get better, is you push yourself. So if you're doing a ball handling, the ball dribbles off your foot, it's frustrating, yes, but hustle after it and get it. Come back and just get started again, because that's where you learn your abilities and learn how to improve to get past those points. The same with the shooting. If you're missing a bunch of shots, you're not scoring real high on the buddy shooting game, it's all right. You keep doing it, and you'll find that you'll start to improve. Okay. So with these 2 ball handling, first we're going to dribble 2 balls together outside your feet. So you get in a low stance and get it outside your toes and dribble. And I'll count to 20 every time the ball hits the ground. Okay. Shouldn't take you long to get to 20. Okay. There you go. 20 of those. Try to get them outside your feet there, Annie. Okay. Outside your toes. Now we're going to go right back. You can go right into alternating. So 1 down, left, right, outside your toes. And lower the better. Lower and under control. You want to keep that ball down below your waist.
Is it 20 for like 1, 2? Or is it 1?
Each ball hits the ground 20 times. Okay? And then, and if you're feeling like you're struggling with it, don't just get to 20 and then quit. Like, I need to try that again. I think I can do it better. That's fine. Okay? Next, you're going to do what we call windshield wipers. So both hands go left and then both hands go right. Inside out. And so it takes, every time you hit the left side, it counts for 1. And then as you go with this, the better you get, the more exaggerated your side to side can be, the lower your dribble can be. Okay? Next we're going to do something we call Knucklebusters. So the balls go apart and then together. And again, every time they go out counts for 1. We're kind of keeping it nice and low and soft and under control. Doesn't have to be fast, just low and under control. Notice our collection of basketballs includes some old junior size ones, some adult ones. They don't have to be perfectly matched basketballs, just 2 things that'll bounce. There you go, good job, Annie. Okay, and then the last one we'll have you do, we call skis, and your hands go out to the side, forward and back, forward and back. And try to bring the ball behind your knee, in front of your knee, behind your knee, in front of your knee. And then since Molly's done a little early, we'll have her do the challenge drill for this, which we call skid loaders. And that is 1 hand back and 1 hand forward. So there you go, front, there you go, doing opposite. So 1 hand's forward, 1 hand back. Anytime you do ball handling where the 2 hands are doing different things is really a challenge. There you go. Good. All right. So there, that was 5, and if you challenge yourself to the 6th one, 6 different 2-ball ball handling. Again, do it at least 20 dribbles. You can do it more if you want to get extra challenge in it. All right, we have 2 more things. Now, the next one you really is best if you have, obviously, somebody to play with, but you can make up your own games. I like to, since we obviously have more people here to play, I like to challenge them to get into a little bit of a game situation every day too. So today we're just going to play a little game of 1-on-1-on-1. We'll play to 7 made baskets, and we won't play all that long. We'll just do a couple of baskets. We'll let Annie start with the ball out at the free throw line, and then Heidi, you can guard her, and Molly, you start underneath the basket. And the way we play 1-on-1-on-1 is if you score, you stay. So these 2 play against each other, and whichever one scores gets to stay and come in. It's make it, take it. Now, some keys when you're playing a good 1-on-1 game is you got to make quick, decisive moves. Find a way to get a shot up with that defense still in front of you. Okay? Now, when you get the ball, take it back. You should have let it bounce, but just say you're saving it. And take it back and play. It's out of bounds, Annie takes it. Now when we play 1-on-1, I like to see kids attacking to the rim, getting strong, maybe having to play through a little bit of contact. That's something that, yeah, fine, check it, that's fine. Something that you don't get the opportunity to do just by shooting around is right there, right? Now, that's not a spot we really want to be stuck, and you can see that that leads to a tough shot. But this time we're going to watch Heidi, and Heidi's going to really attack to the rim, try to put a good ball handling move on her defender, get her just out of position a little bit, go quick and strong. There you go, she's got the corner, strong. There, that's it. Good. It was a good shot, led to a good scoring opportunity, right? All right, so Heidi would stay. Okay, we won't play it, make it, take it this time. You can change it if you don't want. So the scorer stays in on defense, and the next person's going to come in. Good step through move and a bucket. All right, so Molly would come in and play defense on Annie, and we would go and just go until somebody scores 7 points. Okay, it's good practice because again, you're getting opportunity to score against defense. You're shooting shots that are contested, which is tough to simulate just by yourself shooting around. Now, if you don't have a friend or somebody to play with, obviously that part's hard. So what I would suggest doing is come up with you can take 20 shots of your own choice. Work on something that you enjoy, count it for 20 shots, or wait till a parent or a friend, a little brother or sister, bigger brother or sister comes and be willing to play you, even if it's just one-on-one. Or somebody say, hey, can you guard me for 10 plays or something like that, and try to score around them. But you find a way to play a little bit of a game would be good. Once you're done playing, then we shoot free throws to cool down at the end of the day. For this, they'll take turns. You'll shoot 2 free throws. You're going to shoot 10 free throws total, but you shoot 2 at a time since we got extras in switch. And you're looking for the highest score possible. And again, we do this as a scoring game too. Making the free throw is not good enough. To score on this, we call this the free throw rollback game. Molly, stand at one elbow. Annie, stand at the other elbow. Okay, those elbows there where the free throw line meets the lane line, those are your targets. You have to make your free throw, and the ball has to roll back to you inside those 2 elbows. If it rolls back to you inside those 2 elbows, you get a point. If you make it and it doesn't roll back to those 2 elbows, you get 0 points. And if you miss it, you get -1. So you get 10 shots total. Obviously, your highest score possible is 10. You're shooting for as high a score as possible as you can get. So Heidi, why don't you shoot 2 free throws for us? Okay, yep, you get rebound for it, girls. You don't have to stay on the elbows anymore. Just rebound. Get your guide hand a little stronger, Heidi. It's kind of weak in that guide hand. I don't want you to push with it, but I want you to be strong so you can hold the ball. Okay, so Heidi would be at 0 at this point, and then we'd rotate. Annie, you come shoot your 2. Remember, it's okay for you younger guys if you jump over the line. So Annie made it, but she did not get the roll back, so she'd be at 0. Okay, now she'd be at -1. Okay? Molly'd be at -1. She makes it with the rollback. Oh, -2. All right, so we would just keep going till everybody shot 10 free throws and see what your high score would be. Anytime we do scoring things like the buddy shooting or the free throw rollback game, keep track of your score and write it down. Find a notebook that you can keep somewhere and challenge yourself so the next time you do it, you know what you shot last time and see if you can beat your score. Okay, so that workout we just did there, that is 200 shots. You can count that for if you're trying to score at home for the Monticello kids, and for anybody else, maybe you want to challenge yourself to 10,000 shots. But either way, that's a good morning workout that you can do with a hoop at home, or at a playground, or even in the gym if you're able to get there. But that's a great set of stuff to do for a day. We'll have a few more of these to come for you in the future, so stay tuned, and good luck. Keep hooping, everybody.